Park protest. 100 plus gather at Jonathan Dickinson to fight golf course plan. Jessica Namath remembers being a little girl on horseback, clopping along the sandy trails that cut through the scrub land of Jonathan Dickinson State Park almost 35 years ago. She grew up on the Loxahatchee River, a natural vein that threads the park with the Atlantic, and one of only 2 designated national wild and scenic rivers in the state. Namath has seen Jonathan Dickinson through all its seasons, and she's wended her kayak through every bend of the river. Namath was also an outspoken voice against those who wanted to tear up the park's natural foliage to make way for a golf course with blessings from then-Gov Rick Scott back in 2011. Now, Namath, 38, is gathering her strength and the collective strength of her thousands of overnight followers to oppose another plan. This time, a proposal to clear 1,000 acres of rare scrub habitat to build 3 golf courses. It's not just a critical habitat to many species, but a critical area for a lot of people, Namath said. The park has long been used by people as a staple for our mental health dating back to our indigenous communities. Namath, along with more than 100 other people, gathered outside the entrance of Jonathan Dickinson on Saturday morning to protest the proposal. Dozens of cars hugged the side of Southeast Federal Highway. Priuses, Ford F-150s, and gangs of mountain bikers came together under the merciless sun and erratic rain showers to wave their signs, honk their horns, and praise the park. When the development plans were leaked by a state government official last week, revealing plans to build golf courses, disc golf courses, and pickleball courts on 9 state parks, Namath immediately jumped into the fight. She started the Facebook group Protect Jonathan Dickinson State Park on August 19th that has since gained more than 40,000 followers, through which she helped organize Saturday's demonstration. In an uncommon show of unity, a coalition of varying political views gathered under both rainbow and Don't Tread on Me flags because of what Namath describes as the park's ability to connect people. "I've been coming here my whole life, just like a lot of people, and our heart is here," Namath said. "It isn't just a unifier between Martin and Palm Beach counties, but a place with something for everyone here, as you can see today." That's true for Joe Rosselot and Dave Ferguson, 2 friends of 30 years who have been coming to Jonathan Dickinson for decades to hike and canoe along the Loxahatchee. "The first bonding for us over the park was when we canoed up to Trapper Nelson's. Just seeing all the big cypress trees along the river was really special," said Rosselot of Hobe Sound. Ferguson first met the loamy scrubland as a Boy Scout about 60 years ago, back when military buildings still stood from Camp Murphy, a top-secret World War II-era radar training school in the park. Over a half-century later, he still carries his hiking stick studded with state park pins up from his home in Lake Worth Beach to hike the trails. Marisa Piri and her 2 daughters usually spend their Saturdays within the park, but this time they were outside standing behind a large wooden sign that reads, "No golf or anything else," underneath wide-brimmed hats and waving American flags. Sapiri looks to her daughters, ages 9 and 4, and smiles as she reflects on how the park has served as a backdrop throughout their childhoods. "I've got family photos dating back almost a decade from Dickinson," said Sapiri, a Tequesta resident. "My children have done dip net programs with the Rangers. We've helped seed the butterfly garden. It would be a shame to see this destroyed for a golf course." For people like Namath, Rosselot, and Ferguson, and Sapiri and her daughters, Jonathan Dickinson isn't just a sanctuary for the scrub jay and gopher tortoise, but for a trove of memories dating back decades. It's a mutual connection to nature and history that energized all these disparate people to come together to speak for the land.